reduce the volume. Hello and welcome. Howdy, all things. Welcome. Guys, don't mind my voice. Obviously, I'm still recovering, so my voice is a little bit up and down. How is everybody this evening? I wanted to do just a quick live stream because obviously I haven't been able to do a live stream for like a couple of weeks now. And I was thinking which live stream would be best to do since I'm prepping all the others. I figured let me go ahead and make custom content. And for those who are Sims 4 custom content users, I am happy to take requests specifically for this live stream, as long as it's nothing complicated that you want to try and have made. So now what I want to know is, can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I want to make sure that people can hear me. Hang on. Let me see. Can people hear me? Let me put that up. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can the people out there hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, because I want to make sure that I've got my sound correct. I want to know. Hang on, let me check. Let me check this real quick. Okay, yep, I can be heard. That is perfect. All right. We are going to go ahead and get cracking. Let me close this. Let me put the intro out, and you are currently looking at a whole screen. So guys, today we're just going through, just trying to make some CC, and we're just gonna go wherever the wind blows. So this is not going to be a very long live stream. This is just so I can be able to touch base with everybody, really and truly. That is the point of this particular live stream. So I haven't actually decided exactly what it is that I want to make CC for. I have not. Guys, do tell me if like the music is too loud compared to my voice. Let me see. Yeah, I think it should be fine. So in that case, I was thinking, because we've got the new this new pack that's all about royalty, etc., and showcasing Afroprint, even if the first time they decide to do Afroprint stuff or African inspired worlds or whatever, they decide to have us share it. So that's the Sims team for you. I thought I would look to see about, I'm going to bring that over on the screen. I'm sure you can see that right now, right this moment. There's a bunch of Afro prints that I have been able to find online. But here's the thing, I actually already have some of these patterns in my library, which I will show you in a minute. I do have some of these because like whenever I'm doing my custom content like Recolours, etc., I do go on a downloading texture and pattern downloading spree, and I download a whole plethora of things. Now here's the thing, when it comes to patterns though, you have to be very, very careful. You need to be able to download patterns that have some level of continuity, in the sense that it needs to be seamless in how it goes around, like an item. Let me hang on. Let me first, because I've got a free plan for this. So let me click on free so that I don't accidentally. So for example, this one, I've never downloaded this one. So I'm going to go ahead and download this image. Let us go to gaming. Okay, and custom content. And then I've got a textures and patterns folder. templates and textures. There we go. And then the patterns are here. So this one is a zip file. I was wondering why the others were not showing up. Okay, so there's that one. Can we close, please? Thank you. And then I want to get that one as well, and the one that actually is next to it. These ones I've never downloaded before, so I should be able to use them. This is actually quite nice. I'm hoping, because here's the thing, some of these patterns will look amazing, like when, you know, on paper, but then once you place them on an item, you're like, ew. You end up finding out that it's actually not that great, you know. So yeah, I actually have that one already. Do I have this one? I do not have, I believe I do not have this one. So let me download this one. And can I have a different color? Because like I'm all okay for the browns, but I'm a more blue girl, so there's that. And let us see what else. I'll just make sure that everything is working properly. Is everything streaming fine? I think so. I think so. I hope so. All right. And then obviously I did. Ooh. Okay. Masks and all. Oh wait, how is it set to flat African? Okay, you know what? It's literally not the same one. So why is it telling me that? It's acting like I've downloaded it already. This one is pretty cool as well. Okay, let me not get too carried away. Let me not get too carried away. Now, here's another thing that I tend to do whenever I'm making CC. I tend to also look for textures. And by that, I mean like in terms of like, if you've seen the thumbnail on YouTube, you will see that I used a, actually, let me put the thumbnail up so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me just open another file explorer over this side. Let me go to my thumbnails. And then I will show you guys the thumbnail that no, not with Photoshop. We already got Photoshop opened. Okay, as you can see, this is the thumbnail that I use. But if you can see this picture, this is my sim self, by the way, in case those people are wondering. This is my sim self. That is not my sim self. This texture, I did this during like lockdown, and I love the fact that I was able to download a texture which kind of gave the top, not just like a typical smooth. It actually gave it a texture like it's actually got cotton material of some sort. Hey Mira! Hey Mira, how are you, darling? How's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. And so being able to play around with textures is one of the fun elements about making CC, because it allows you to make things feel and seem a lot more, especially if you're doing recolors like myself. I haven't learned how to make what do you call them? I haven't learned how to make meshes yet, right? And so when I make CC recolors, I think I kind of lean into making those that almost look alpha-like, because of the fact that I like to be able to add some really good textures to my CC. Another one that I can be able to show you is if I go, I'm just gonna check on this side, is when I made my bunk beds. Okay, when I made the bunk beds, oh my gosh, even if they still don't function properly, I still have to figure out why. When I do the recolors, I know someone like Mizuriyuki, she showed me the solution, but I think I just have to have the patience, to be honest, to make sure that I take it step by step to fix it. Otherwise, where are my bunk beds? Hang on, let me see. Cast build by, yeah, images. Are these the right ones? No, those are not the ones I'm after. There is another lot. There we go. Are they here? Bedroom furniture. Okay. Yeah, okay, let me bring this over to this side so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. So as you can see here, what you are actually looking at is what items look like when you are currently in the process of making CC. So these are all the different like recolors that I made in order to create the bunk beds. And you're probably wondering like, okay, then how did the bunk beds turn out? I will see if I can find the actual pictures of the bunk beds. And these are all the different textures. So I wanted to have a texture that felt like silk beddings, if that makes sense. So I literally went out and I looked for silk and white and all those things, and I was able to find that. And when I was looking for like the, you know, the leather patterns, I went and looked for that. When I wanted the jersey patterns, like literally if there's any texture that I have in mind, I go and I find it online. And then when I'm in Photoshop, thankfully, because I already know how to use Photoshop, I do have the advantage of being able to literally play around with it and manipulate it so that it actually doesn't look horrible by the time it's in Sims 4 Studio. So hence you have the items looking kind of like this way, because this is based on what the actual item looks like in Sims 4 Studio. So where's the original Sims 4 Studio one? Because I always keep the original one, the original like base. Where did I delete it? I certainly not that. Where are you? This is the white version. So this was the frame. This is the bed frame part of the Murphy beds. So these are the different things that I actually did with it, where I changed the texture of the wood so it looks more wood. And this is literally what I used in order to create this. And then these I think are more, yeah, this is a different like type. Again, if you can see, I use the textures with the whole silky thing. Again, it all depends on what you are looking to make, to be honest, on what suits you, and then you can go ahead and kind of mold it around that. So let me open this, because this is the actual Murphy bed. So hopefully to open, because Sims 4 Studio has updated so much since, and sometimes when you've created CC using an old version of Sims 4 Studio, yeah, Studio isn't able to access, it is being used by another. What? Is it because it's open? Okay, let's close that one. We've closed it now. Can you try now, please? That was a bit annoying. Is this a new thing? Because normally I used to be able to open multiple Sims 4 Studio items, but now it's like it won't allow you to do that. Hang on, let me try it. Let me close this. Hello? Oh, it's decided to open after all. Okay, so this is the Murphy bed. As you can see, after I created them, this is just one of the colors, obviously. And in Sims 4 Studio, yes, it shows you the opened version, but these are some of the recolors. And this is just one design. I made multiple design versions of this Murphy bed. As you can see, like I had to really work around doing like changing around the headboard and the bed frame versus the bedding, and then I had to make sure like I had the black version, I think, and did I have a gray one as well? Let me see. Okay, this is still the white version, and this was all during lockdown. So if you notice, this actually says Black Lives Matter. Let me live to come home to my Murphy. So when you open the Murphy bed, this is what you're greeted with. I think one of the toughest things that I had was actually redoing these, because the first time I did it, it was hilarious because they came out so scary looking. Because these items, when the Murphy bed is closed, they actually go at the bottom, these decorations. Is that one? Okay, this was a gray and black one. And they actually ended up looking really great in game. And remember what I showed you when the texture, the leather texture, it's for things like this, because if I want something that looks different, yeah, it's just, honestly, you just have to use your creative palette as much as you possibly can in order to get the design style that you are after, and you'll be able to achieve it. So that's one of them. So let me see, here's another one. So can I please organize this by type so that everything's in order? Thank you. Okay, so Murphy better post upon Black Lives Matter. Wait, have I got bit of process? Noir. Okay, this is the noir. Hang on, open. Let me see what I did with that one. Let's have a look. See. And so now I'm thinking, what should I try and recolor with the Afro print? Obviously, we've got some new cast items that are Afro print. However, I noticed that the ones that came with the update have got very limited like selection. And so I was thinking maybe I can add to that selection. Another option is to do furniture, but again, I'm trying to see if I can pick something that's not, has like literally doesn't have too many sections within it. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Oh, why are you taking forever to open? You were literally open a few seconds ago. What is happening? Honestly, are we done? No? You're taking forever. Thank you. Okay, can we? Thank you. Oh my goodness. Right, let's maximize that. This is the other one. As you can see, I'd use a whole different pattern for that one. This one, I called it the noir because it's literally black and white and grays. And it's actually my favorite. And again, when I talked about texture, I literally found the material that was able to provide me with the texture that I need, as you can see. And this is all just by doing recolors, because I think a lot of people think that you have to really initially learn Blender and go through that whole process first in order to be able to make good quality custom content. You actually can. You just have to have patience and creativity, really and truly. And you'll be able to make stuff that you want to have in your game, you know? Yeah, to be honest, the Noir collection is my favorite collection because there's just something about it. It looks more sophisticated. And so, yeah, as you can see. And I've got this thing where, because I absolutely despise the way the Sims team will neglect to make sure that, for example, I've got these beddings, right? And I want to do the Noir version where I've got the gray, I've got white, I've got a black version. And yet I'll only make one headboard that's got like a white wood, and I will not make the headboard with the black wood and the grey wood, and then make sure every version has got the interchanging colors. Does that make sense? And so for me, I always make sure that I put that into consideration when I'm making my custom content, because I hate it when the Sims team do that to us, where we can't really match things properly because the colors are kind of mismatched and there's not enough variety. Basically, I try to include as much variety as I possibly can with my swatches. So yeah, that's the Noir collection. So okay, we're going to go ahead and close this. Main menu, minimize, and then we're going to go through some patterns so that we can be able to see what we like. As a matter of fact, let me also go to the, hang on, the one I just downloaded. Is it here? Am I in the same? I've literally come back into the same folder. Hang on, give me 1 second. There you are. Right, show me. There you are. And okay, sort by type, please. There we go. Because I don't have time to do individual extractions, you know. There we go. Done. I can delete those because I don't need them anymore. Okay, so these are all actual patterns. Have I got my patterns? So here I've already got Photoshop open. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, yes, that's fine, a random file, because I want to make sure that I've got the patterns in, but I doubt that I do. Yeah, I've got, oh my gosh, my patterns are not really loaded in here. It's because I've got two versions of Photoshop. Right now I'm using the better version because it's got more, like, in terms of things that you can manipulate and, you know, mess around with, it's got them. But my normal Photoshop is actually that one. However, matter. No, we're not doing that. Where is my load patterns option? Import patterns, yes, that will do. They are not there, but we are going to go and collect them. Let me go here. Am I in the right place? Yes. Textures, T. Templates and textures, yes. Patterns. Okay, so let me go ahead and load these ones. I can't fully remember if Photoshop allows you to load multiple patterns at once, because I know some things can be a little bit tricky when it comes to that. Okay, it's loaded them. Because some of the patterns are actually the patterns that I've used to make some of my custom content. So I've managed to get those. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the others, these ones. Okay, so this is an actual image. It's EPS. Okay, so these are not, I might have to move them from this folder because I like to be super organized. I do not like. Okay, there's that one. So what's the one that's... Is it the same? It is different, isn't it? Hang on. It is different. So it just happens to have the same name. Okay. That one. So you lot, I think you belong... Ooh, in the images, because that's where I have all of these, if I recall. Yep. Yep. So I'm gonna move those from patterns to... I went back to too many folders deep. Where am I? I'm losing myself. There we go. Okay, there they are. So where are they? There we are. All right, cut from there, go there, and then come to images, paste them there. There, fit right in. Okay, so let's go to Sims 4 Studio. Let's try and pick an item. Okay, CAS or object? I wonder. And for those who are kind of like new to making custom content, if you're trying to make like a standard recolor, you literally can just go to CAS or object or build mode item. But if you want something that overrides, so in other words, it replaces whatever that's already in the game, you have to choose the override option. So when you do that, just know that the one that's already in game will no longer appear as long as you've got CC activated, mods activated in your game. It actually takes over. Do you know what? I'm going to try a CAS item. CAS is not supported this moment. What? The game has patched beyond that version of Studio supports. Please check. What are you talking about? I just updated it literally before this live stream. Hello? Hang on. Okay. Let's exit and let's reopen. Sims 4 Studio, you're acting a fool. We're not doing that. That is strange. I literally just updated it. Hang on. Let me go to the Sims 4 Studio. Let me see what they're talking about. What are you talking about? Sims 4 Studio news and then update. Yep. 3.2.5.8. And what is this? 3.2.5.8. So what is it on about? I hear gaslighting me. We're not doing that. Why is it trying to say that it's gone beyond? That was the strangest thing. Let's try that again. Oh, so now you're going to open. So what was that about? How bizarre. Anyways, we keep moving. We keep moving. And anyone who's watching, if anyone has, would you like me to, if you are curious about me making anything, so long as this is nothing complicated, please just let me know in the chat. I'll be happy to do it because this is an anything goes CC creation live stream. So it's not rigid, basically. All right, here we go. Let's see. We are going to go with yes, human. Yeah, gender all. Yes, pack. Okay, do you know what? Give me the newest one. What's his name? Royal Legacy. Yeah. Oh, okay. So we've got a Gele. We've got the Gele. And are these the only designs that they gave with the Gele? 3 patterned ones, and the rest of them are just like there. Wow. Okay. Okay, we've got this. Okay, I like that one. How many? Okay, that's Afro print. That one is. That one. That one. That one. The variety is not as big as I hoped. And then, oh, no, I don't want hair. I want head, human, no age, parts, yes, hat. That way it reduces the amount of scrolling I have to do. Can you show me clothing body? Interesting. Okay, whoa. Come back. Okay, so this is nice. I do like the design of it. And it wouldn't hurt to add more patterns because these are the only patterns they've added to it. But I have a feeling because of the way it's designed, it might be in like 3 parts once it gets into Sims 4 Studio. That's the thing I try to be careful with some of these things. Like once you put it in Sims 4 Studio, it's got so many moving parts. Like that's where a lot of patience has to come into play, I suppose. Okay, this is... wait, that looks like the same dress. I've just scrolled. What's happened? Okay, so these are not Afro print. So let's go back up. They're not even Afro style. Okay, there's this one. Yes, I recognize the design style, but I think I'm gonna go with this one. So let us pick a plain one. So I'm literally gonna pick a white one. What's it called? Royalty, like the sort of mesh group. No. It's asymmetric gown. Bogo white. Okay. Okay. So I have to name mine. Clothing women's. Okay. EPC. And whenever you're labeling your CC, I always recommend that you put your name in it because it makes it easier, one, for people to organize them in the Sims 4 folder, in the mods folder, but also when you label it later on after you make it, it also makes it easier to be found in game. EPCreativeMedia asymmetric bogo gown. I'll put Afro print. Recolor. Okay, that should be fine. So we should have it open now in Sims 4. Oh, I thought it was plain. And why have I got a dude wearing this? What is happening? Why have I got a dude wearing this? Okay, I'm gonna go back to main menu. What? Okay, gender. It's because I said all gender. Okay, female. Because I need the shape. Okay, I need the hourglass shape, darling. Like, what was that about? Hopefully, has that updated? Okay, hopefully it has. So now we have to go back and try and find that dress again. There it is. I actually thought it was plain. How interesting. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and replace this. Yes, replace it. Thanks. There we go. There we go. Now we know. Oh, it's like this? Alright then, girl. I actually did not... But I do like the design of it. You see, it's in this... Ooh, it's going to be very interesting too. So the diffuse section is the part that you have to export in order to recolor it in Photoshop. So I'm just checking the other parts real quick. I tend to do this every single time. Specular. I think the specular should be fine. And it's only got... Okay. Export. Asymmetric. Dress. Bogo dress. Base, we're gonna call it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it same. Yeah, that should be fine. Although it's under the social, that's fine. I can always move it later on. That is fine. Okay, it's gone and opened up over here as it normally does. So I am gonna open it with Photoshop. That way it's in here. Untitled. Okay, we don't need that. Alright, so this is the item as we see it in Photoshop. Now let's see how can we turn this into a proper pattern, because obviously the pattern has to kind of be seamless all the way through. Loads of moving parts. Okay, so this is what I tend to do. I always duplicate the layer in case I make any mistakes. I know that I've got one spare one. And then this is where I am going to, I mean, I could literally, if I click on a pattern, it will automatically cover it. Although I do want to turn these into patterns, which I can actually. Hang on, go back to Photoshop. And only imports pattern. Hey, Destin! How's it going, Destin? I'm basically making some custom content today. Just doing a bit of a quick fun stream that's not too long. Doesn't require me to really open the game, although I might have to in order to test the custom content. And you're just gonna have to excuse my voice because obviously I'm still recovering. So if I take, will it let me? Hang on, let me see. I'm testing out something. Yeah, I figured it won't because it has to do with the PAT file. But I do know that. Hang on. It's always good. It's good to hear you. Oh, thank you, Destin. I appreciate you coming over as well. It's always good. It's always good having you over. What I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm going to take the pattern from here. I'm not gonna use the ESP. I'm gonna take it directly from the actual sample image, and I'm gonna drag it straight into Photoshop. And I'm gonna do the same with the others. Although honestly, I'm gonna irritate myself if I don't remove them from their thingies. Where's the other one? That one. Let's take that one out. That way I can drag them all at the same time. Otherwise it'll be so tedious having to do them one at a time and keep coming back on this side. Am I missing one? I've got 1, 2, 3. I could have sworn I downloaded 4. Or did I only download 3? I am pretty certain I might have downloaded 4. Why am I... Hang on. Am I tripping? 1, 2, 4. As a matter of fact, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot more than that. So where are the others? Are they hiding from me? Hang on. Okay, there's this one. There we go. I should have just literally clicked. There we go. Okay, that one's done. That one is not done. Okay, and then that one is done. Yeah, that one's done too. Okay, fantastic. Now we've got everything that we came for. Where are they? I feel like I don't see them. Hang on, which ones have I put in already? Just the one, right? Okay. So you are already in there. So I just have to collect these lot and remove you and then drag them over. And that should be okay. Alright, now that we've got them all, we're going to do this real quick. Okay. Went overboard with that. So, okay, so this is what I tend to do. I tend to do a test. Okay, so my test basically is where I completely cover the whole thing. Right, and then because obviously it seems to go quite well. These are the edges of it. Okay, so which means I can't bring it down. So this is literally as much as I can be able to stretch it anyways. That is fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and export as a quick PNG. Oh, wrong place. So work stuff. Women. There we go. Dress base and then base 1, because obviously I don't want to override the actual base. And then we're going to go into Sims 4 Studio and we're going to import it, because then we get to see roughly how it would look. And this is roughly, honestly, like this is the easier, like for those who really struggle with Photoshop, this you don't even have to edit much. Like just like that, you've done it, recolor, and you're done. Obviously, there's little glitches like this where you're getting precision because this is not a typical pattern, right? Because a pattern will always be seamless. It will literally allow the pattern to go all the way around without it breaking the way it has. But still, even without that, I actually think this has come out quite nicely, if I'm going to be honest. So what I'm going to do is with this, bring it down. I'm going to right click on there and then just take the color from there, right click there, take the color from there, right click there, take the color from there, and then that's done. But obviously I want more swatches, right? And I'm happy with this one. I don't even need to change it. I thought I was going to need to, but Obviously it comes down to how it looks in game. So I've added another swatch, that way I can be able to replace the second swatch when I import the next one. So now that we've got proof that this is working well, so now I'm going to literally mask all the others, and then I'm just going to be revealing them and hiding the others as I go. So like that. So this one, let me see how much space is it taking. Same. Okay, so with that one again, I just have to go export as PNG, same thing. Okay, this one I'm gonna name it 2. This time I'm not even gonna go ahead and test it immediately, because I'm gonna go ahead and export the rest of them. Okay, same size. Interesting. Export PNG. Let's make this one 3. Thank you. Next one up is this one. Oh, I think this one's gonna look really nice, because I think this one's the closest that seems like, in terms of like what an actual seamless pattern would look like. And this, oh wait, I was about to say end this one, but this one is short. So what do you do with short ones like this? Well, I'm glad you asked. With short ones like this, I literally duplicate them. So I'm gonna bring that up first, and then by pressing Alt, I'm literally just dragging it down. Now here's the thing, when you duplicate, you just drag down like this. This doesn't actually work the way you hope. Hang on, let me, because I need to make sure this is precise first of all. But also, stop, babe. I need it to be precise, but also I need the pattern to kind of be seamless, right? As seamless as I possibly can get it. So this is where I tend to Control T, and then I literally flip it over. So flip that over, and then it creates, can you see now the pattern here, it flows. So that's how that's what I tend to do. And now because I've got 2 of the same thing, I'm gonna select all of them by clicking Control select each at a time, and then I'm gonna convert them into a smart group. That way it's literally, if I need them to move, they move together. And that's pretty much that. Export PNG. This one I'm gonna name number 5. This is gonna be number 5, right? Yes. Okay, so that one's done. The last one, okay, it's short as well. So we're gonna literally do the same thing that we did with the previous one. So I'm just gonna move that one upwards, make sure it's covered all the sections it needs to cover, and then I'm going to press Alt and drag it all the way down. There we go. And the beauty about this is that when you're dragging, it's actually showing you in terms of the spacing and specs. So this one again doing the same thing, going ahead. Yes, it's going to turn things like the masks upside down, but that's fine. It will look like it's literally part of the design done. Okay, hang on, let me just double check. I'm going to zoom in to make sure. Yes, see, it's literally seamless. You wouldn't think that they're 2 different ones that have been flipped upside down. So I'm going to go ahead and export this one as well as a PNG. 5, this one's going to be 6, and we are good. All right, now we're going to go back to Sims 4 Studio. Remember, we created an extra swatch after testing out this one. So now I can import the rest. So the first one was 1, so this one's going to be 2. Okay, and then every time I import a new one, obviously I just double check, because you never know, some actually do come out awful. And honestly, underneath doesn't really matter. And then with this one, the colors obviously are different, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the colors accordingly as well. That one looks like it's very similar. Okay, yeah, that's true. Next one, so this one, number 3, we're gonna go ahead and import number 3. And also the numbers, for me, I tend to use the numbering system on my bases, because it helps me with the numbering system when I'm actually importing into Sims 4 Studio. This is very pretty. Oh my gosh. This is the same one with the mask that I turned upside down. I love the way this has come out. Oh my gosh, I pray that this comes out good in game. I'll be so happy. Okay, so that one there, that one there, that one, I suppose that, yeah. Next one, number 4, import number 4. We've got how many? 2 more imports to do after this. Okay. Let's see. This one is the one I predicted that will come out well, and it has not disappointed. It literally has not disappointed, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love the way this looks. And we're gonna get black on that one. I suppose the orange and orange again, I guess. And the next one, 5, we're gonna import number 5. Let's see how that one looks. Okay, not bad as well. This is like a purplish color. And then that one's that. This one's literally just got 2 colors, so I don't need the third one. So that one's done. And then last but not least, the 6 swatch. Import. And that one. Okay, this is the one that I turned upside down. Let's have a look. It actually works. It actually works. And so when you have this, then you can take things like the headpieces and you can kind of make them to look the same way as well. That way you've got like a matching set kind of thing. So this is how, if you like want to create like a whole set, there's loads of items that are base game. Now that they've got coach as well, that's part of base game. You can literally take the coach bags, recolor them, add the alpha print. If you want a full matching set, use the gelid, like the headpiece, change it to these particular patterns as well, and you literally have a matching set. See that? Okay, so that one is done on that part. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the categories because they have to be tagged accordingly. Feminine, yes. Human, yes. Formal, hot weather, party, fine. Yeah, that's fine. Fabric, I would say cotton, I suppose. It's not silk. This one's cotton. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to all swatches as well. Yes, apply to all swatches. Thank you. African, because the category is now there. So we're gonna, yes, apply to all swatches. Thank you. And style, what kind of style? Arts Quarter, Mac, Fashion District, Festival Romance. Interesting. Let's see. Islam Pill. You want me to follow you? Do I have a reason for following you? Do you play The Sims? This is someone over on TikTok, because somehow the TikTok live chat does not show up in the multi-chat screen, which sucks, because I get to see YouTube and Twitch on the multi-chat, but I actually don't get to see TikTok. Let me see. Seasonal Winter, Professor Hip, Island of Romantic, Kennedy, Kenny, is it Kennedy? See, Seasonal, Professional, Festival Nerd, 21st, Polished. Is it polished? I suppose it is, to a degree. To a degree, right? I can make it far more trendy as well. If I put design by, I need to figure out how to manipulate this design by, because it's all well and good to put design by, but if I can't put design by me, it kind of defeats the purpose. You just say design by and it won't tell you who the actual creator is. Not vampire style. Colors. Okay, so this one, so this is where the colors, obviously the colors are different. Let me apply to all swatches for that one, but the colors on the other hand, I cannot do that. So it's got white and it's got brown. Style Africana, yeah, style Gala, okay. Allow for random, that's fine. Let's go to number 5, because it's the color that matters. So we've got white and we've got like a purple. Have we got purple here? Yep. I'm pretty sure that's a purple. And then we've got this one, which has got what looks like an orange, yellow, and black. Yep. Because I don't think they've got beige. Anyways, this one on the other hand has got blue and green, because this is like a cross between the two, to be honest. And then we've got a beige, which kind of stands for, I suppose you could say, yellow. I don't know if yellow or orange. There is an orange too. It's got a lot of colors. Okay. There's no white though, just so we're clear. Next one. Okay, this one's got a mixture as well of brown, green. What else has it got? Brown, green, and it's got orange as well, and yellow. I actually see yellow as well. Okay, last but not least. Okay, this one is literally like a green blue, I suppose you could say. It's got yellow. It's got red. What else has it got? It's got a white, but it's like a beige, so I'm just gonna leave that, to be honest. I'm just gonna leave it as is. So, and just like that, guys, this is literally, you've created your own custom content, and then afterwards you can put your logo, but you have to do that after you've already been in game, where her picture can show up on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and click save. I'm actually curious. I do want to test this out in game, so I think I will. Although I've got so much CC, I might have to get rid of all the other CC. Let me, and then this, I'm saving it as a Photoshop document. Let's see, save as base. Yep, that's fine. Yep. Save it as a Photoshop document, because then I can come back and actually do more edits when and if I please. That's one thing I do like about when you create the basis of the custom content. You don't have to lose the original. You can just amend it afterwards. So I'm gonna quickly close this because I want to test out the outfit. Actually, before I do that, where did I say? Oh, in my face. Okay, you go. You EA app, behave. Okay. I have to go find where I actually saved it, because I actually forgotten that where I did. Some content is in dresses or something, right? Oh, social justice one. So which means it's in clothing, women's, and not the Black Lives Matter. Wait, that's BLM t-shirt. So it's not here. Clothing. I could have sworn it was. Am I gonna have to open Sims 4 Studio just to remember where I placed it? Where did I place it? Annotation. Okay, these were my original models when I made this entire collection of BLM t-shirts. A whole collection of BLM t-shirts. Hang on, today is 2026, so wait, why is it saying this one was okay? Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's here, and then where is the other one that I just did? Okay, I might have to open Sims 4 Studio to just track down the location, because I actually can't remember for the life of me. There we go. EPCreativeMedia, BLMCC, such as BLMCC. Yes, women's media, especially women's clothing, then women's. Thank you. All right, there you are. There you are. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy you, and I'm gonna take you into the electronic arts mods folder in hopes that you will show me something. I'm actually just gonna place it down there. Oh, I forgot that MC Command Center updated, so I need to go ahead and update MC Command Center before I even try to open this. So let's highlight all the MC Command Centers. But I never delete everything. The log file stays, the CFG stays, the HTML stays, this other CFG stays. It's got 17, I've still got one more. The BAK. It stays. Everything else goes. Because 16, yeah, 14 and 2. So that way I can be able to just do this. More options, thank you. Alright, it's already done it. There. That was nice and quick. Then I can just take these 14 in the back there, and then these 2, put them back there. There we go. There we go. So we can get rid of this now. Now I want this to load fast. So, ooh, black power. I know, right? I literally did a whole social justice like collection for custom content. It's crazy. I literally went in during the lockdown. It was crazy. So we've added that. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and first get rid of local thumb cache. All this, I don't need that. Is there anything else I don't need in local thumb cache? Yep, that's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and gonna open Sims 4 Studio. You can close because we do not want to have too many applications open. We can close this thumbnail as well. That is fine. Triple double checking. Let me make sure that I haven't got any packs disabled. Hello, I was just trying to do this. Thank you. View properties. We're good. Okay, no packs disabled. All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and open The Sims 4. I've got all mods in there. That's fine though. Let me just make sure that The Sims 4 is actually activated in here. There we go. That way when it starts, we'll be able to see it. So I'm going to bring that over here because I don't need that. And minimize it. You, on the other hand, can minimize. I need you open too. How many do I have? Okay, I don't need all of you open. Let me go ahead and recycle that whilst I'm at it, I suppose. There we go. All right. Now we wait. This is where we get to test out. So I have to remember this is one cast item that I've tried. One cast item. Let's see. My thing might actually take a minute to... Has anyone got any questions? Not that I've got a big audience right now, but... Anyone have any questions in regards to CC? You are welcome to ask away. The stage is yours. Or should I say, I'm handing the microphone over to you whilst I drink some water, because yeah. Oh wow, are you gonna take ages to open? Goodness. When did you start doing CC? When did I start doing CC? I started making custom content in... Let me see. I started playing The Sims 4 in 2018. By 2019, I started making custom content. It literally didn't take me long. It did not take me long to literally start making CC. I remember watching one video where someone was showing themselves making custom content, and I remember they were not using Photoshop to edit the pictures. They were using some other application that was highly recommended at the time, and I was like, oh, but I use Photoshop, can I not do it in Photoshop? And so I watched the video because I'm a visual learner, so literally from watching that video that once, I knew exactly what I needed to do. So I went over to Sims 4 Studio, downloaded Sims 4 Studio, and rather than using the application that they recommended, because it literally was saying just so long as you're able to export it as a PNG, I said, oh, if that's all I need, then I don't have to deviate from Photoshop. So I stuck with Photoshop, and yeah, and as they say, the rest is history. What was my... Do I even remember my first ever CC that I created? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't know if I have it in my mods folder right now, but if I do, I will show you. It was a disaster. I tried to make some jeans, and then I tried to I think imprint one of my own like IRL designs that I made for my clothing line, my IRL clothing line design. I tried to implement that in the game, and it was not amazing. I mean, it was not... Yeah, it was not amazing, but it was not that rubbish either. It was not great either, though, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm comparing to the way where I've reached now, but yeah. So yeah, so 2019 is when I started making custom content Recolours, and I've just kind of been slowly improving. But now I do want to get into the space where I am able to make my own meshes, because if I can make my own meshes, which means I will be able to make my own molds, plus I'll be able to make my own poses and maybe eventually some animations. That's the idea. Well, that's the idea anyways for me. That's the trajectory that I'm trying to go. So yeah, making custom content is actually really fun. If you are creative, like for yourself, Destin, you draw and things like that, you might actually enjoy the custom content side of The Sims 4 simply because you just get to create things. You see what I mean? Rather than play, if you don't prefer to play, you literally just get to create stuff and you get to see it actually come to fruition in game. And for me, I think that's the part that is quite satisfying when it comes to making custom content, is once you place the item in the game, it's almost unbelievable. Like, oh my gosh, I actually did something that I actually put in my game. I love that aspect of making mods and CC because you get to really play the game how you want. Really and truly, you have a certain level of agency. So I do like that. That's why I'm absolutely livid with EA that they're trying to implement this marketplace thing where they give creators 30% of a take. I thought it's extortion at best. Like, it's extortion at best. How are you going to invite custom content creators to upload their stuff in the marketplace and you're taking 70%? Who does that? So they spend all their time and effort putting together this custom content and you're taking 70%. What? Are you having a laugh? Please, CC creators, mod creators, do not use marketplace. Let it fail. Like, I am never one to advocate for something to fail because, you know, there's lots of people involved, but this is absolute extortion that they're trying to do, that EA is trying to do. Like, let it fail. Do not support it. You know, do not support it. Go to custom content creators individual patron pages, go and use their the Sims resource and all these other platforms that have actually made it possible for custom content creators to at least get some money back, especially if it's their full-time job. Taking 70% of people's earnings is absolute extortion. So okay, let me do a new game, that way we're gonna go straight into Cass. Straight into Cass is gonna take us. Hello. Hello. Honestly, I hate it when it's doing these delays. Yeah, that is literally why so many people become entrepreneurs. Because of big conglomerates, Fortune 500 companies, thinking they can squeeze every bit out of the little man. Oh my gosh, is it frozen? Oh gosh, hang on. Let me check my, before it shuts itself down. Let me look my task manager. Okay. You're good. Okay. No, I don't want to use you. Sorry, sis. It's a no for me. An absolute no. Households. Who should I use? I've used her a lot. There's Rosie. Let's get CC, a CC-fied version of a sim. Lawrence. Very similar is there. Finnegan. I need a girl. I need sons. Wait, when did I create these people? Okay. Oh, I think I must have given them a makeover because I was like, wait, what? I don't remember making those people. Aaron Pierre. Geiger. Should I use you? Wait, actually, there's a girl who I have not used. I created her once and I've literally never ever used her. Is she in the gallery? She must be. It's a matter of finding her. I've got so many Sims that I've made in the years. Oh, hey, Caper! Oh my gosh, she's like an offline game that I play. Rags to Rich. Ah, there she is. This is who I'm looking for. I hope I have all the CC. She is so gorgeous. Look at her. She's so pretty. What's her name? Wait, is her name Rosie? Oh, Haley Rosier. Hey, girl. Okay, girl. Listen. I need for you to... It's going to be in formal wear, I'm assuming. Oh, this is nice. Ooh, I know. Let's give you an extra outfit. And then let's go here. Because the dress, I'm going to assume. So if I have tagged it Afro print, it should, right? There it is. There it is. All right, let's see, girl. Let's see how our custom creation. It's come out well, don't you think? And the shoes actually match. Isn't that funny? This is nice. I'm impressed. The color is great, isn't it? And this is literally the most of basic. Like, this is literally the most basic recolors I've done, because I literally just slapped on the pattern. I didn't make any like major adjustments or anything like that. Let's see the other swatches, shall we? Look at that. Look at that. They all work really well. Well, I'll be. And I love the fact that her skin detail is kind of realistic. You see she's got like some spots there and stuff like that. She is so cute. I've literally made her once and I didn't do anything with her. She's like just been in the gallery chilling. The fact that, hang on, let's get back to dress. Come on, yes. I haven't finished the swatches. That one. Okay, so this one would have to change the shoes to match, but still looks good. Still looks decent. Ooh. Still looks decent. Okay, so let's stick to this one because it matches. I don't need to change anything else on you, Hayley. Okay, can we... Oh, actually, I was gonna show the... Hang on, let's go to everyday. Let's add that because we don't want to lose the original outfit. Let's go to trousers. And now, let me see. If it's in here, I will spot it. And I'll show you my first ever custom content recolor that I made. It was a pair of jeans that I recolored. And at the time, I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my gosh, you did it. I think it was just the fact that I just did it. I don't think I really cared about the quality at the time. So cropped jeans. Let's see. If it's not in here, then it's in another folder and I removed it temporarily. But it was a recolor, so it should be marked still as a jean, a pair of jeans. Is this? No, this one's not mine. Where is it? Yeah, if it's not in here, I definitely must have just kept it out. Because it looks almost something like this to a degree in terms of like the colors just kind of off. You see, I want to be able to design by A. Harris Brittany. I want to be able to have the design by show up here because I feel like that's kind of cool. I'll figure it out. Okay, I don't think it's in there. That's fine. Let's give her better jeans though. Let me give you a better pair of jeans, darling. Okay. Ripped jeans? Yeah, fine. Let me see if the top is there. Because when I made the jeans, I also made the top. But again, I'm not sure if I have it in here. This is one of mine, but this is for like a concert. It's a whole like a comes with get together, and it's supposed to be part of a whole like what's it called? A club system. A club system. So, and I made the high vis as well. Although this high vis I made it for the men, so I didn't make the version for the women. So this is something I need to fix. Definitely something that needs fixing. Where is the top? If I see the original top, I will find the version that I made of it. Wait, let me go up because like I'm seeing. Oh, hang on, let me see. That's pretty. That's actually quite pretty. Let's see that. That too. That's, wow, this is actually quite impressive. This is actually quite impressive for the Sims team. Even the quality looks pretty decent. Wow. Because they tend to skimp on quality, the Sims team, sometimes. Let's see how that one looks. Okay. How many swatches? Feels very generic, though. Okay. Interesting. That one too is overprint. Ah, it's tucked in. I like that. I actually low-key really like that. Let's see the other swatches. That looks very similar to the other brown one that I added. Interesting enough. Call me biased, but I actually do prefer the blue one. Let me see if it's the off-shoulder top that's base game. Hang on, maybe let me do that. No, pack base game only. Base game only. These ones they added at a later stage. Wow, base game only, and I still have tons of top to scroll through. I thought I was gonna have a lot less because I clicked base game only. I stand corrected. Where is it? Yeah, where is it? Do you mind telling me? Because, like, or are you getting impatient with me as well? Where on earth could it be? I can't even, like, I literally cannot even see the Sims original. This is another one that I made. This was literally based on the jacket that you see right, no, is it this one? Yeah, based on this jacket. And I just recolored it. But this was not the first recolor. This was, I think, a little bit, maybe a year after I was learning recolors. And I tried to, like, see what Afro print styles I can come up with that look decent. Because at the time there was literally zero, when I tell you zero Afro print styles in the game, or even in the Sims community. Actually, there were not that many. That's why I decided to make this, but I still can't find that one specific. There. So okay, mine is not in the game. So this is the top that I recolored, and then I added like a pattern across. This one's not mine. This is to do with, like, obviously Homeless Sim. Someone else made it, but it's not in here, which means it's not in my game. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Here, let me give you a cute little jacket, and you are good. All right, let's go and see now how the dress looks in game, and then we'll take it from there. What time is it? Okay, I've been here 1 hour 10 minutes. That's good. Maybe I'll stay another 20 minutes or so. Like I said, that I was not making this stream very short. I just want to check in whilst creating a wee bit of CC. Just a wee bit of CC. All right. Come on. Don't take too long. Don't take too long loading, please. Twisted Maxi, hang on. If you're unsure, okay, it's just a feedback that Twisted Maxi is asking for. That is fine. That is fine. Okay, let us choose. You know what? I'm gonna choose winter. I always start with spring or summer, but I need to start challenging myself a little bit more. Shall we? Where have we not stayed before? You know, we're gonna go to Ondarian. It's fine. We're gonna go to Ondarian. You go 20k. Oh, apartments. Huh. Okay. Can we afford it? Weekly rent is 850, deposit 500, furnishings 17,000. Wait a minute, how much money are we gonna have left after this? Wow. Wow. taken all the money. 17 grand for... What did I ask for? I suppose I did choose furnished, didn't I? Oh, God. Anyways, we're not here to fuss about that. We can always cheat her money. That's fine. This girl started with 20 grand, has ended up with a grand. Talk about bad budgeting. It's terrible. All right, here we go. Oh! Okay. Okay, how are you gonna give this massive loud sound and you're not gonna thank you? Twice? No thanks. And now we also have to pay bills, which are gonna cost like 800 for premium. Literally, we're literally going on broke right now. Don't forget to pay your... Are you around, landlady? Pay your rent on time. Yes, yes, we won't forget. Oh my gosh, so many things. Okay, I'm just gonna give her some money, guys, because this is ludicrous. I'm gonna give her 20 grand back. Add to it. There we go. Now you can afford. Where is she? Are you already changing your hairstyle? You just got here. All right, I suppose. I mean, let's see that. Is this your flat? Okay, it's 2-bedroom. It's cute. I do like these new tiles that have come with the game. These are such nice tiles. Let me see what's new. Okay. Is that the communal area? I'm assuming. Uh-huh. Can we... Hang on. If I wanted to go sit down there. Ah, I cannot see. To save my life. It won't take me down. Go to the page down. Whoa, it's not letting me. Page down is not working, guys. How bizarro. I want to see if she's... Go downstairs. Okay. Girl, okay, we're here just to check your item. Honestly, the clothes that you're wearing. We're not here to play. MC dresser, change outfits. Formal, yes. Alright, let's see. How's it looking? Can you come here for a minute? Can you come... Yeah, go here, please, for a minute. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright, I need you to stay put because I feel like she's going to try to move. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to look at the... how well it's come out on her. It actually looks really good on her. You are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. Trying to sing on a sore throat is not even funny. Oh, she looks amazing. Oh, what was that? What is this? Can I... Let me do this. Put the walls up. Take me back to her, please. There we go. Now, when we do this, we've got a background and we can take a nice picture. Because then I can change the thumbnail. There we go. It's funny that the jewelry actually also goes really well. The hairstyle goes really well. I'm impressed. I am impressed. So bring her forward a little bit. Hang on, let her move a little bit. There we go. Oh! Okay, I didn't realize she was that close to the wall. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Although I would rather she was... Where is she looking? I need her to look... Okay. Fine. I think this... I can be able to work with that. Alright, let's take out the walls. Alright, girlie. We've been able to test the outfit. The energized walk is insane. Let's have a look at her neighborhood. Oh. Can we... Oh, wow. The funny thing is, this is supposed to be like an African-inspired... If I'm going to be honest, this is not really typically African-inspired. For those who might not know, this is giving Morocco. Basically, this is giving North Africa. It's giving North Africa, which unfortunately North African countries are more predominantly Arab Africans as opposed to black Africans. So again, proper black representation. It's like they always find a way to miss the mark, the Sims team. It's either on purpose or just absolute ignorance. In this big 2026, they can't afford to be this level of ignorant. It's honestly just unacceptable. Anyways, okay, who's fishing? Romeo Monti. So you're part of the Monti dynasty? I'm curious. So Residence Renaissance Road on Darien. Culinary line. You're a line cook, okay. And you're married to Juliette Monti with one child. Well, okay then. Why are you so sad though? And I noticed they put these bicycles everywhere. Because this bicycle... Oh my gosh. Wow. To me, all the sound effects are just so loud. See, there's another one there, but you can't get to it. And the... Okay, so you can chill on there. Why do we have 3 random... I want to say... These are not swan or geese. Thank you for the clip, Destin. Thank you for the clip, Destin. Why only 3? Can someone explain? And these are not even... This is not swan or geese. These are ducks. Are they albino? I'm trying to understand why they're so stiff looking. And you know what? The Sims team get on my nerves. They really get on my nerves. Because what is that? Wait, that sounded like a vulture. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait. I'm trying to take a pause. Oh, it's stiff as a bird though. It's stiff as a board. Not bird, board. Is it supposed to be an eagle? Oh my gosh, it's so... Wait, let's... Wait, where's it gone to? No, wait. Oh, there it is. There it is. Wait. What kind of nonsense is this? Oh my gosh, the quality is horrendous. So horrendous. I cannot buy. Wow. I'm busy thinking, oh, we're gonna see like a really amazing eagle in the sky. No, it's a cardboard eagle. All right, so what tends to happen after you have checked your item in game? You actually have to go back into Sims 4 Studio to now make sure that the thumbnail shows up. That's why you have to check every single thumbnail, every single swatch in order for the thumbnail to actually appear. So we're gonna have to love you and leave you, darling. Although she's smiling better here. Maybe I can take a better picture now. No, she's not. Again. There we go. Marcus! What are you doing here, Marcus? You got here quick. Marcus Flex. Marcus. Party house, powerhouse. Let me see. Factory 1, Windenburg. Okay, still living at the same property. Alright. We are going to go ahead and we are going to exit to the main menu. Save and exit. And then we're going to close the game and we're going to reopen Sims 4 Studio. We're actually going to open the same file. The package file, to see if the thumbnail appears, and then when the thumbnail appears, that's when you have the opportunity, if I recall, to be able to add your own logo and things like that. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't know that this changes to nighttime. So this home screen is by a custom content creator / mod creator called Thematically. But I didn't know that it goes, because I know you get daytime. I didn't know that it goes from night to day as well. That's cool. I like that. let's exit out of this. Thank you very much. Let's exit, because I'm going to be bringing the stream to a close soon anyways. I was not intending it to stay too long. That and the fact that morning schedule is kind of shifted slightly, so I've got an early start in the morning. Come on, we need to exit. Thank you. This is more CC that I actually made. I did an override of my country's flag during my independence, and then I also thanks. I also created a tattoo. This is actually called the Kwomboka ceremony, from my country, where it's the most beautiful, like honestly traditional ceremony you ever probably come across. Well, I mean, obviously there's bias there, but you get the point. And then I also put the freedom statue. Oh, she's gone away. The freedom statue, which is basically a depiction of how we got our independence, where the guy was actually threatened to literally be, SHOT, by the colonizers if he did not break the chains that he was actually shackled in. And he actually ended up breaking the chains, and he ended up being the symbol of our freedom. He actually only passed away, obviously the man he became old. He passed away in 2021, so not long ago, really. I mean, 5 years ago, but still, for me, it doesn't feel like long ago. Hello, are we done? Okay, good. Let us bring on the file. Where is it? Okay, here we go. We're gonna go. I'm literally just gonna open it directly from where it is. EPCmedia. There we go. Open. Okay, and the thumbnails now should show for each swatch, if I'm not mistaken. Now, how some people what they tend to do is they just create their own custom thumbnails, which again is obviously extra work. But they create their own custom thumbnails. That way it's kind of like it's a lot more better. It's better for visibility in game. What? I wonder why it's choosing to do this. It's the most bizarre thing. And it's just gone to warehouse? What? What is this about? Okay, you're being bizarre. Let's try that again. Okay, and it's gonna go ahead and open it again in warehouse. Okay, go to main menu. Let's try that one. Still the same thing. Warehouse. Main menu. I am so confused. Okay, let me try my projects. Yes, let's go to mods, and then let's just go get it from here. Yeah, something's going on with Sims 4 Studio because it's not making sense that I've literally just created an item. Cast part resource version 52 is not supported. This most likely means that the game has patched beyond what this version of Studio supports. Please check for an updated version. This doesn't even make sense. Like, the item is there. I want to see the Studio version of it. Why are you not... Let me maximize this. It's so bizarre. It's showing me this, but this is not where I want to be. It's not showing me the studio because there should be 2 tabs here. I wonder what is going on with Sims 4 Studio. Like, for real, for real. Main menu. Let me try. It's going to tell me it's already open, so let me go to the original place where I made it. And same thing. This is so strange. What could have possibly happened? What? Do you know what? I know that Sims 4 Studio acts up sometimes when trying to open, so I'm going to try and open as administrator. Let me see. Open with... Yeah. Hang on. Properties. Read only hidden. Can I? It's not giving me the option to force it to open as administrator, which is annoying. I am so confused as to why it has chosen to do this and not open and give me this unnecessary pop-up and then only show me the warehouse. Can we go? Let me have a look at the Murphy bed. Okay, see? I've got 2 tabs. So can I have my tab? This is what I'm talking about. Why on earth is the dress acting up? I wouldn't be surprised if it's got something to do with the new pack being faulty, problematic, or whatever. It's strange. It's definitely very, very strange, and that shouldn't be happening at all. But anyways, guys, I think this is my opportunity to call it a day, because what? Why are you doing? Hang on, let me see if it will allow me to open this. It's allowed me to open that. So I'm not sure. Wait, whoa, something's missing. They literally the entire. Yeah, something's going on. I think I need to send them a message to say, to ask about this error with Sims 4 Studio. It's definitely a Sims 4 Studio error. And obviously it's nothing that I can really do about it in this instant. But let me, before I go, let me see. Let me bring in the verse for the day to just share with you guys, since obviously I'm not in game right now, so I might as well just share the verse of the day on the screen directly, guys. First of all, I just want to thank Destin, Darius, Mira for coming through. Anyone else that's watching over on YouTube and TikTok, I absolutely appreciate you guys coming through. Like I said, this was just a check-in live stream, hence I just chose to do custom content because then I could be as flexible as I wanted to be. And I'll leave you the verse of the day. Today is from 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 9. It says, he has saved us and called us to a holy life, not because of anything we have done, but because of his own purpose and grace. This grace was given us in Christ Jesus before the beginning of time. And I think this is honestly something that's important, because there's a lot of people out there who actually think that they can actually earn their way into salvation. They can earn their way into having a holy life. They can earn their way into having a relationship with God again, when in fact Jesus came down, sacrificed himself so that we can be able to regain that relationship with him, because of the simple fact that in the beginning man gave up our inheritance to have that relationship and to be in close proximity with God. We lost that option, we lost that privilege actually to be able to have that. And that's why God himself came down in the form of man as Jesus, died in our place so that we don't have to, because technically we are all headed, to HE double hockey sticks. And but Jesus came to redeem us by taking our place instead. But the choice remains ours, because God is not a God who takes away our free will. We have free will, we have agency over our own lives. That agency is that free will to be able to choose and decide whether we actually want to come to Christ. Hence he says he has saved us and called us to a holy life. He has saved us, but it's up to us whether we want to choose to be saved or we want to choose the other direction. But the choice remains ours, because God is a gentleman where he's not going to force us into anything that we do not want. I know there's people out there who always try to say, oh, why does God allow this and that to happen? But they forget that if it's either you want God to fully control your lives, or you want to have the free will, but you can't have them both, because it doesn't work that way. God has given us agency and free will to decide for ourselves. He has given us the choice in order for us to actually choose a holy life through Christ Jesus. And it's our choice to be able to do that and actually basically go that direction. But not only we go that direction, because when he says called us to a holy life, it's not just about accepting Jesus Christ, but actually embodying him in our lifestyle, in everything that we do, especially when people are watching us and when people are not watching us. How is your mind when people are not watching you? What are you thinking, right? In terms of about yourself, what are you thinking about other people? Are the thoughts that you have towards others evil? Are they mean? Are they mean-spirited? Are they vindictive? Are they vengeful? You have to ask yourself those questions, because if you have any of those thoughts, those are not the thoughts that God would like you to have, because that is not who God is. God is love. He is long-suffering. He is caring. He is compassionate. He is all those things that are good about who he is in character as a sovereign God. And therefore, when he says he has called us to a holy life, it's so that we can be able to embody who he is inside and out in our actions, not because we're forcing ourselves, but because he saved us, and it is through him that we are actually going to be capable of embodying and actually acting upon the way he created us. By our own strength, by our own means, we are incapable, because the flesh always thinks it's better than God. The flesh always thinks it knows more than God. The flesh always thinks it knows what it wants for us, or knows best for our lives, when in fact the flesh is the one that actually leads us to damnation, whereas Jesus Christ, through the Holy Spirit, leads us into living a holy life. Hence, we've been saved and called to a holy life. And so it says in the end, says this grace has given us in Christ Jesus before the beginning of time. So even before we were created, he knew us. That's why in scripture there's another part that actually says before you were even born, he knew you. And a lot of people who don't know what the term knew means in scripture, it's not the way we say, oh, I know that person, oh, I know Destin, I know Darius, I know Nika. No, to know somebody in scripture, it's actually it symbolizes intimacy, to have an intimate relationship, a close relationship. And so when God says before you were born I knew you, it's because he had that intimate relationship with us before the fall of man. And therefore, because he knew us, he created us in his image, right? And so when we come out onto this earth, where we come with a sinful nature because we are in a fallen world, when we are called to Christ and we choose that decision, we are actually choosing to get back into the same spirit and embodiment in which God created us when he knew us. Hence, you find a lot of people who profess Christianity but yet are not Christians, where basically they're pretending to be Christians, or they think they're Christians but actually have not chosen Christ or do not have a relationship with God. You'll find that in the end, again, scripture does say there's a lot of people who are going to come in the end and say, Lord, Lord, I called upon your name. Lord, Lord, I cast out demons in your name. Lord, Lord, I did ABCD in your name. And he's going to say, get away from me, you worker of iniquity, for I do not know you. So all those things, when you really think about it, scripture literally confirms scripture. If you pay close attention to God's word and you understand his character, you will see that in every aspect of scripture, there's a lot of verses and chapters that actually point back to each other to confirm that his word is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Because remember, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. That's John chapter 1 verse 1. Because the word himself is God himself. So the more time you spend in the word, the more you get to know God, the more you get to know his character, the more you actually get to live a life that we are called, which is, as it says here, called us to a holy life. And so that's the verse for the day, guys. I pray that you all have a blessed night tonight. For those who are out and about, I pray that you stay safe. I pray that your loved ones are in good health. And I pray that anyone who's going through hardships right now, just know this, that the Lord has got your back. He's got you covered, that he is leading you through. God never ever wants us to stay in troubled waters. He always helps us through them. So don't think for a second that God is just going to rip you out of those troubled waters. Look at those troubled waters as an opportunity to grow in strength, to grow in character, to grow in wisdom, because it is through those hardships that we go through in life that actually we can lean on God even the most, because then is when he actually even molds our character to embody who he is and to represent Christ and Christians, if you're a Christian, as a whole better, rather than the full version that others have tried to represent out there. So stay safe. I send all my love to you all. Have a grand, blessed night. Take care and goodbye. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, Destin, thank you. night.